Another episode of Bdsm.
I don't think he knows her name.
I don't have a great.
Stop stalling.
I do. Yeah, this is inevitable. Okay. Today in the universe. As usual, I'm Brandon. Julius and Donald are across from me, and Scott is with me over here. So today in the universe, Donald, what's going on today in the universe?
Well, aside from Julius touching me right now, there's y'all heard of Fortnite? It's a trend, to say the least. Julius,
I have no
stop touching
idea
me.
what that is.
It's a trend, to say the least. And now this trend has been taken to the next level because what else is trending is Avengers Infinity War with the big evil purple guy. So guess what Fortnite did? They put the big evil purple guy in the big trendy game, and now it's trending twice as much.
Barney's in Fortnite?
Yeah, he can do all the dance moves, so he can like whip some serious nays.
What? Oh yeah.
He can dab when he gets hashtag victory royale, as they say. Like, he can do it all, really. And as Julius can see by this thumbnail of this video, he's just looking crisp as hell.
That's not Barney. I thought it was Barney.
That's cool, Julius. Thank you.
Unlike Julius, that is cool. Anyways, what is cool is Scott. So Scott, stay your story.
Ooh, my story is about my favorite musician of all time, Dr. Dre, who actually lost a trademark dispute with a gynecologist named Dr. Dre.
Oh, I was going to say, is that even how you spell that? But okay.
Yeah, no, this doctor named Dreyon Birch published a book about women's health because he's a professional in women's health. Wow. Under the name Dr. Dre. And Dr. Dre was like, no. People are going to think I'm out here writing books about women's health. But then the courts were like, no. It's spelled completely differently, Dr. Dre. So yeah, that is my news story.
That's a good one.
So, Julius, what you got over there?
I think this will blow you away, especially you, Scott. I have a... Oh, they just got distracted. Okay. Well, a truck carrying 12 tons of milk chocolate crashed on the main highway in Poland. And now the highway is covered in chocolate. And the firefighters are scrambling to clean it up because the chocolate is hardening. And they say it's harder to get rid of than snow.
Wow, I'm blown away, Julius.
So blown away.
Reminds me of this morning. Andy has a nice expensive backpack, and he put some chocolate milk in there, like sealed. And then when he took it out, it was no longer sealed. Chocolate milk was all over everything in his backpack and his expensive backpack. Now he's extremely sad.
Who was that?
Andy Choi.
Oh, classic Andy
That
Choi.
boy.
Classic.
Okay, well, Brandon, tell us about your news story then.
I just like crept through some headlines until I thought, oh, that sounds like it'd be funny to see for like a second. So, got a surfing dog. Yeah, just imagine the most radical thing in the world, and you have this news story. What's this dog even called? Hang on. So it was in Santa Cruz, California. Skylar, the surfing dog, was hitting some fat waves. Got a video of it. That is the news story. I mean, I could go through the whole thing, but there's nothing else to really say about it.
This dog is just the radical hand gesture in like living form.
Wears sunglasses and hangs 10.
Yeah.
Cowabunga. So I think that concludes Today in the Universe, but we're moving on to Scott for comparing two notable Homo sapiens.
Today, on comparing two notable Homo sapiens, we are comparing a couple bad boys. A couple very, very bad boys. We're going to be comparing
Justin Trudeau.
We're going to be comparing Ted Bundy, famed serial killer, to Gary Ridgway. Gary Ridgway, also a famed serial killer.
Scott, I feel like you understated how bad they were.
They are.
They're dirty.
One of Ted Bundy's defense lawyers called him the very definition of heartless evil.
Ooh, he's very bad.
So yeah, he was executed for serial killing. At least 30 people, mostly women, mostly prostitutes and vulnerable people, as with most serial killers. Gary Ridgway, they say, has killed over 90 people. And yeah, but he did a plea deal, so he's still alive. He's still kicking
Got a better
around.
KD ratio.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
get that
he's 0
KD
because
up.
he has 0 deaths, so 0
Yeah.
times 90 is 0,
No, it's 9/0. Oh wait, but still bad.
which is ooh.
Oh no, then they just add 1, so it'd be 91. If you have to divide it by 0 on Call of Duty.
Reaching back into my vast knowledge.
So yeah.
Well, I already have my decision, but I want to hear everyone else's.
I want to know
opinions
your
first.
reasoning, Brennan. Because Ted Bundy is okay. If we're going based on what we went on last week, Ted Bundy is a much better looking guy.
That is fact.
Although he's dead, so he was a much better looking guy. Although he did use that to lure in women and
What were their
kill them, so
professions?
that's not fantastic.
What were their professions? You know,
Gary
like,
lived-
Justin Trudeau was a sexy teacher, and Donald Trump was a thick boy businessman.
Ted Bundy was in legislation, in Washington state legislation. I don't know what Gary Ridgway did.
I think
So he was pretty high up the ranks.
he worked in a truck factory, so he made trucks.
Ooh,
Trucks are cool.
a middle class.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
myself a handyman.
So that's why I'm going with the so-called Green River Killer, or Gary Ridgway, because he's a middle-class man. You know, Okay, I'm not gonna try to
Ted Bundy-
glorify this. Okay.
Ted Bundy never got one of those fancy serial killer names. That's kind of unfortunate now that I think about it.
Maybe he's just that badass that he didn't need one.
Well, Ted
Well,
Bundy
kinda,
is
yeah,
like
but-
kind of a cool name.
Yeah, it
in
is.
and of itself.
Bundy.
Okay, Donald, what's your decision?
The guy with 90 kills.
Okay.
I'm going Ted Bundy
Is that the guy with 90 kills?
No.
No, he's got 30.
That's pathetic.
because he was like there was such an emphasis on how charismatic and cool he was, even after they knew he was a serial killer. While defending himself in court, I think it was because I saw a documentary on it. One of the lawyers said that he would make a joke or something during the case just randomly, and then everyone's like, "Ha ha," and they're like everybody would laugh at him, and then this guy was just like, I was horrified. Like, this man would kill every person in that room if given the opportunity. So I think with that much cool and that much class that you can kill over 30 people and still get a laugh out of the room.
Still have a sense of humor.
I'm going with my boy Edward Bundy.
Well, his jokes didn't get
Or
him
no,
out of
Theodore. His
his
name's
jokes
Theodore.
didn't get him out of execution like Gary Ridgway did. So that's why I'm going with Gary.
Gare. Big G.
I go with Ted Bundy because he took it like a man. You know?
So it's oh my god. So it's tied. It's 2-2.
As it is every single week.
So we're gonna look to the comments and see.
Guys,
Little tiebreaker in the comments.
I just have one problem with this. Scott's our only listener, so it's
if
very
you
one-sided.
if you comment and vote, your side will win because you will be the only comment. So please comment.
and that proves that you listen, and Scott will send you $3.
Yeah. So Scott, while you're listening to this right now, go vote for Ted Bundy, please.
I will. No, I won't. Vote
Scott,
for
that's
Gary.
not for you now. That's for you when you go listen to it later.
I'm with Gary.
The old switcheroo.
Okay,
Gary, I'm with him.
we're gonna move on right now to Brennan's big belligerent brainbuster, which is good.
Okay, big belligerent brain buster. Okay, today I got a really good one. Why is Julius still on the podcast?
Oh wow.
There's really no answer to
Is
that
there,
question.
there is an answer. You guys are too cheap to buy
I think it's-
editing software, and that's why you do.
I think it boils down to pity.
I'm your teacher. You better watch yourself.
Okay.
Just because you're old enough to be my teacher doesn't mean you're my teacher.
All right, real questions though. Would selectively breeding an animal such as a dog based on intelligence increase its intelligence over time? What do you think?
Using Donnie as an example, no.
Well, I'm not a dog, so.
Was Donnie selectively bred? Like
Yeah,
a laboratory?
That explains why he's so messed up though, because it just backfired completely.
See, Donald is a perfect example of natural selection at its finest.
I was selected to be the best.
Okay, so what do you think?
Well, I assumed good genetics would mean good dogs, so I'm
Well,
gonna
do
go
you
with
think
yes.
it would increase its? So you think it would increase its intelligence?
As long as you avoid incest in the selective breeding process.
Okay. So, how intelligent can the dogs become?
Definitely past humans.
Yeah, let's just say humans would not be the dominant race anymore.
Have you seen cats versus dogs? I mean, they're pretty smart.
That was an amazing movie. That was amazing.
It was like command centrals. And
Well, yeah, wasn't the final
headsets.
boss, or wasn't the final fight in like a Christmas tree factory or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember the end when the dad's not allergic to dogs anymore or something. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay, just for the sake of argument, let's say that you guys said that no, it wouldn't make them more intelligent. What do you think would make them more intelligent?
God's
Where-
intervention.
Little Einsteins.
What?
Okay,
You
next.
don't know the show?
Forcing them to watch educational movies.
We are moving on. Human memory is shown to be incredibly unreliable. Your memories can be like, say you were with a group of friends when something happened, you all have a different recollection of it, just in slightly different ways. And then over time, it could be a vastly different story for each of you. So, how do you know which of your memories are genuine and which have been altered or made up entirely?
The genuine ones are the ones that are like bad, because the ones that are good are probably nostalgic, and you've altered those to make them more positive.
If you have a video of it, it's probably true.
Snapchat story where it didn't happen.
Yeah, pretty much.
For the Vine.
So wait, to keep a perfect record of your life, would you guys ever consider having like some sort of camera thing permanently installed in your eyes? Say like it wasn't like a big actual clunky
But, like,
camera or something. It
you
was
know
just
this-
like
the
you could
circle?
record your life
Do you know
for
the
real.
circle?
That'd be kind of
Like
cool.
the movie with Emma Watson and Tom
I do not
Hanks?
know.
No.
Well, there's all about like openness and like I don't know, it's like a Chinese movie, but yeah, but Emma
Julius,
Watson.
how do you always bring up this random stuff?
This is not random. This is pretty relevant. I hope for once.
If we had watched
but
the movie.
Emma Watson was wearing a camera on her to like surveil her entire day and just to broadcast it all over, and then kind of started a trend with that. So yeah, that's
So she's just always live streaming.
she's always live streaming.
So you could just
Okay.
always live stream.
Well, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a recording.
But
just
it
for
gets
yourself.
recorded and gets stored in a database.
Okay, well, so take that and remove the live stream, Julius. That's what I'm asking you. Would you
I'm
do
saying
that?
saying that exists already in a movie.
It exists already. You just have your Twitch account
Next
just always
question.
going.
Why is Julius still in the podcast?
That was the first question.
I feel like we didn't get a good answer. You guys want another one, or should we?
I have
Would've
one
had
more.
a good answer, but you guys kept talking about Chinese movies and Julius podcasting.
Oh, Donald, you want to answer?
No, not anymore. Time's passed.
Okay. So, are intentions or outcomes more important when judging people?
Outcomes.
Yeah, because you could intend to do something, but then be really stupid and do a bad job, and then you're just stupid, and then the outcome is bad.
That's like
So-
me with editing this podcast.
Yeah, it's like Julius.
I
he-
intend to do something good, and the outcome is, you know what, amazing.
yeah.
Below mediocre.
What about when judging if what people have done is moral?
Huh.
So they're trying to do the right thing. Say they had the right intention. They thought it was going to have a positive outcome, but they ended up killing people or something.
Well, then that doesn't matter. Like, what matters is the outcome.
the needs
Well,
of the
yeah,
many outweigh the needs of the few.
haven't you ever seen any movie where you're like really angry at the ending because the hero has tried to do everything right, but then it got fumbled up somehow and then everyone hates him?
Well, then the hero was
Yeah.
stupid.
Isn't that Batman?
Then they're not a hero because they didn't fix the problem.
Yeah, they just
tried
suck.
You
to
never
fix the
feel that
problem.
way when you see the movie. What I'm saying is then you're saying that for yourself too. You're saying if you tried to save, if you tried to make world peace and somehow ended up killing some people, who knows how? Ignore the how. But your intention was to protect everyone in the world from war. Then you're
Well, if
saying
you're looking
that.
at it from your own point of view, of course you think it's a good thing, but everyone else is going to think you're terrible because they didn't know what your intentions were and they just saw that you killed a bunch of
I'm
people.
saying no, but they do know your intentions. That's the question. Is
Well,
if they
then-
know your intentions, then they know what you ended up doing.
I want to
what's
give you a
more
really
important.
big hug. That's my intention. But then I break your back because I squeezed too hard. It doesn't matter that I wanted to give you a really big hug. What matters is that I broke your back.
They just
Right,
kn-
but should I forgive you?
they just
No.
then know that you suck at going through with your intentions.
I feel like we have a strong conflict in this question right now.
Well, Scott and I agree.
You know what the solution to that is, Brennan? Move on to the next segment,
That was smooth.
That's my segment. Yay.
which is Julius's.
Incorrect. I am staying on this.
The rest
Okay.
of the podcast is one big belligerent brainbuster.
Okay, well, we will move on to the next segment. Julius, we are cutting your segment. That's the new. I'm sorry. We are moving on to your segment. Neuszog, what do you have?
Nothing.
Nice.
All right, guys. So I've got this amazing invention. I'm going to be very serious here. This is a collapsible straw that you can attach to your keychain.
What's it made out of?
Steel, I think. Metal, plastic, something. Wait. It's reusable. That's all I know.
Wait, what if I don't carry a keychain? What do I do with it?
Just put it in your pocket.
It's not collapsible in the way you think it is. It literally just folds lengthwise, and then you put it into a cartridge that's like big.
Oh, I was gonna say, is that even sanitary? But so do you have to clean it?
Yeah, of course.
Duh.
Duh. But it's
it's-
collapsible.
So
it,
it's
like,
just a
fits in your
foldable
keychain.
straw.
It's a foldable straw, okay? It's the first of its kind. It only costs $20 and it's 9.1 inches long. Yeah, you ever had that moment where you're like McDonald's and they give you a short straw, but you got the big cup, so you have to like get really close to the cup? Always same
I
problem
don't.
with this.
I've never had that predicament.
What if you have a short cup and then it's too long?
Well, you can collapse it.
How would that?
Because you unfold it, right?
Yeah, but if you fold part of it, it isn't gonna work then.
No, but you take that out because you can like it's like one of those like when you're setting up a tent, you know, and you have this like you have the pole.
Does it come in pieces?
It's all attached to each other, Donnie.
Then if you fold it, it's not gonna work to make it shorter. It has to be.
Have you
fully-
ever built a tent? Let's
Yes.
put up a tent.
Julius, I understand what you're about to suggest, but then that would mean that there's a bungee cord inside this straw. holding it
Maybe
together.
there is, maybe there isn't. Who knows?
Is
Well,
there or is there not a bungee cord?
I'm feeling like Donnie right now. I don't know what I'm talking about.
How much does it cost?
$20.
I clearly.
Oh my
Kickstarter.
god!
$20?
Yeah.
I could just get like go to a McDonald's and just grab like 400 for free and then just use them.
But these are environmentally friendly.
Okay, I could just go to
You could
McDonald's
just
and
drink
take
it
one.
out of the cup and not use a straw.
That's also true.
But you wouldn't look cool if you drank it out of the cup.
Oh yeah, let me unfold my straw real quick. Everyone's like,
That's
"Oh
attached
my
to your
god!"
keychain.
No, yeah, I
Okay.
can see the situation now. It's like, oh my god, did that guy just pull out a
Yeah,
foldable
let me just
straw?
whip this out. Like you're at a date, right? They serve some wine. You're like, "Yo," and then you whip it out, and then she's like, "Whoa." Okay, that guys.
It's like pulling up. It's like pulling up in a Lamborghini. Okay.
Okay.
You want to impress the ladies?
You guys
You gotta
don't
have the
seem-
tools.
You guys don't seem impressed right now, but I got something that's gonna sway your vote onto my side. It comes with a small squeegee that you can use to clean the straw.
Does it come in different colors?
Squeegee.
That's where that extra $19.99 goes.
Does it come in different colors?
No, it's just one color,
What color is that?
like metallic.
Oh my gosh, this thing's terrible, Julius. This might be one of the worst things
You know
you've ever
what? They gave me this
I
very.
don't think it's even close to the worst.
This
but
is worse than the iPad one, where like someone carries you around on Skype.
I like the
This is pretty bad.
I like the idea of a reusable straw, but its portability I'm not sure is
Okay, but look.
hugely useful.
See, they give me a statistic here, which is really interesting, that every day in the USA alone, 500 million straws are used, and all of them end up in landfills.
So
which is
just
a lot.
stop using straws. Don't make new ones.
This is a metal one, okay, that you can reuse.
Yeah, that you can throw in a
recycle.
landfill.
What if you break it, Julius?
You buy a new one. 20
and
bucks?
throw it in a landfill.
No, you can recycle it.
All right, Julius, I'll buy your straw. I'll buy
Thank
your
you.
straw.
There we go. That's all I wanted. I just need one person to buy it for me.
You'd have to pay me to take this straw.
But so, Brandon, as your reward for siding with me, I'm gonna let you do your top 10 next.
Cost me $20 to get my segment. What is the best? What is the most? What gets you the most value for your dollar?
A plastic straw.
The dollar menu.
Incorrect.
Dollar menu isn't even $1.
I mean, I would say memes. They're free. I mean,
They're not
because
a dollar.
You pay for the data and the battery and the phone. Sorry, you keep going.
Julius, do you pay for any of those things for yourself? I thought you went to boarding school, Julius. You have a job or something?
I'm a teacher.
So we're counting down the top 10 memes of all time.
Of all time.
These
And we got
better
some
be
classics.
good.
We're rolling up on some classics here. I'm excited. This is a good one.
Are there any Rage comics? Here?
I don't know yet. Let's find out.
Oh, yeah.
Number 10, Rickroll. That's a classic. That's old fashioned.
It's a good one.
No clue.
Getting modern, number 9, Harambe.
Bad.
Rest in peace.
It was just bad.
Not the biggest fan of that one
I like that
personally.
one.
Number 8, Dat Boy.
Oh, it was good.
that boy's a good one.
I
What
saw
up?
that in a physics AP Physics 1 textbook today. That exact thing.
It's a good one.
Number 7, We Are Number 1. The song from Lazy Town.
I love that song. It's so hype.
Good meme. Good meme. Number 6, I'm not sure what this is. It just says fail in all capital letters. That
I think
ring
that's
any
just.
bells?
I think that's just when something bad happens and somebody goes fail.
Just a big like.
I think that's
Someone
all that.
commented, I can never look at this one without laughing. I feel like I'm missing out on the joke.
Just the word fail. Like, oh, that's hilarious.
Okay, number 5. We're getting to the second half here, the long stretch. Number 5, the troll face. Buzzing. I love that. That's classic. That's good. Number 4 is Pepe the Frog.
Whoa, that's
The
not allowed.
symbol of hatred.
That's not allowed.
Yeah.
We can't discuss that on the podcast, Brennan.
Yeah, it's political discord.
Okay. Number 3, it's over 9,000.
That's number 3?
Yeah.
It should be number 9,001.
Oh, haha, get it? Because it's over 9,000.
Correct. Number 2, Doge. The Doge meme.
I thought that was going to
love
be number 1.
The Doge meme. I in fact have a 3/4 Doge.
Okay, the number 1 isn't really. It's like, I guess it would qualify as a meme, but it came at a time before memes. So that's how old it is. I would ask you what you guys think it's going to be, but I'm certain you'll have no idea.
Pepperidge Farm.
What?
How is that a meme?
Do you not know that? Like, do you remember when something and then this Pepperidge Farm remembers and it's like some guy holds up a bag of
Well, yeah, I know that, but this, okay.
Because you said
there we
it's an
go.
old one, so I thought,
Chuck Norris jokes.
oh,
This came not long before memes, but
You can
before
swim through land.
memes. Okay, you guys gotta. Everyone knows one, right? Like Julius, you know one.
yeah. What Donnie said, it was like Jesus can walk on water, Chuck Norris can swim through land.
I saw. I have a few memorized from when I was like 9. Chuck Norris when he donates blood, he just asks for a gun and a bucket.
That's
When he
pretty
does
dope.
push-ups, he pushes the world down, not himself up.
My favorite one is Chuck Norris steps on Lego. Lego cries.
That was like after Chuck Norris got bit by a cobra, after 3 days of agony and pain, the cobra died.
Hey guys, what did Chuck Norris say to Jackie Chan?
What?
Oh, hey, what's up, Jackie Chan? How's it going?
Okay, last one. Chuck Norris threw a grenade and 87 people died. Then the grenade blew up.
This is gonna be my favorite one. Chuck Norris won the World Series of Poker using Pokemon cards.
Julius, that's your favorite one, but you had to read it off of your phone.
Well, the favorite one
You
that
just
I've read
Googled Chuck Norris memes.
The first one you found is your favorite one now, Julius.
No, that wasn't the first one I found. The first one I found is Chuck Norris built the hospital that he was born in.
These are pretty good. I can see why this is number one.
That's a good It's still good. I mean, I did a
Brings us
few of those I
back,
never
doesn't
heard. All right, so Scott, this week in history, I hope is a good one compared to the last couple of weeks we've been experiencing. So tell us what's going on. What's gone on this week in history?
Over my 2 minutes of research I did for this, I had to skip over. I made the pledge to myself that I wasn't going to talk about anything horrific and deadly this week. I had to skip over plane crashes, a Zeppelin crash, known as the Hindenburg disaster, horrifically deadly earthquakes in Italy and China,
I like how you're still finding a way to list them.
a deadly fire in a soccer stadium. There was every week, I suppose, there's just death everywhere. This segment has really shown me
Just
the
like
negative
who died this week?
the negative sides of history. There's a section just called famous people who died this week.
Why isn't it famous people who were born this week?
There is also that,
Okay.
but right under it is the people died. So we're gonna get into the good stuff that happened this week. We're gonna start on May 7th in 2000 when Vladimir Putin became the president of Russia.
Yet another tragedy.
Which he still is 18 years later. Although he wasn't for a little while.
No, because
For
he
a
always
little
does it where he gets vice president and then
No, he
the president steps down.
He
and becomes
became the
president.
prime minister, but the president that was the president during his prime minister reign was the prime minister under him. So he basically just still controlled everything, even though he wasn't the president.
The old switcheroo. I gotta stop making that joke. It's not funny. I recognize it. You know.
Didn't you already say that in
I
this
said it like 4
podcast?
times today.
Okay, yeah, that's a sign of addiction and obsession.
So, also on May 7th in 1946, Sony was founded. So now we can.
I play Xbox, sorry.
Well, as a PlayStation 4 gamer, I would say I'm thankful that 1946 May 7th happened. I don't know why I said it like that.
I'm a gamer too. I play Candy Crush.
See, 1946?
Yes, 1946,
Okay.
right after World War II. Which is another deadly thing. Wow, what a surprise, huh? So May 8th, we're going to move on. This dude and his friend, Reynold Messner and Peter Habler, climbed Mount Everest without an oxygen supply.
Booyakasha.
Which,
That's edgy and rad.
So they just held their breath.
yeah, they just held their breath.
Yeah, hold his breath. He's like, I'm going to run to the top real quick. I'll come back down.
So yeah, breathing on the top of Mount Everest from my limited experience is pretty difficult. I know some people struggle with it when they go to like Denver and stuff. So these dudes went high and they were breathing like. So yeah. Also on May 8th in 1886, Coca-Cola was invented by a guy.
And so was obesity.
yeah.
McDonald's diet.
Obesity was around way before
Yeah.
food chains.
Okay. So yeah, this dude was like he owned a pharmacy, and then he was trying to make some medicine, and then he was like, "Wow, this thing's sweet," and then he started selling it. And
Just as a little.
It's just the right amount of
It's like-
cocaine.
That's like what happened with cough syrup.
okay. And then the rest is history, as they say in This Week in History. Get it? Okay, May 11th. In the year 868, the earliest surviving dated printed book is produced in China. Somebody wrote a book
Cool.
In China.
in China
Books are
Called-
rad.
called the Diamond Sutra.
Wait, so books were invented in 1868?
Yes.
Yeah, Donald.
The Bible was invented
But
some
way
point.
before that, like around 868 years before that.
Dated printed book.
Or 1800, sorry.
It's a dated printed book. I suppose the
Because
Bible
but you
was
could
not
just-
dated or printed back then.
If I wrote a book and put a date on it, that's like 0.
Were you alive before 868, Julius?
Is it 800? Is it 868 or is it 1868?
800.
Oh, I
Okay.
thought you said 1868.
I heard 1868. that
Well,
would've been
maybe you
just
should have listened, Donnie.
Maybe you should pronounce it more clearly.
I heard it.
868. So, Donnie, I hope you listen better to the next segment, which is your segment, which is Donald's Kooky Conspiracy.
I'm not going to listen.
Let's get kooky.
I'm really glad I got to tell you guys this conspiracy because I've just been bulging with angst all day waiting to share
boy.
this with you.
Bulging with.
Bursting at the seams.
Yeah. Oh. So, can I get a consensus? How many of you here think cancer is bad?
Oh wait, no, we have to say it verbally. 'Cause you can't say it.
Are we going to specify what kind of cancer?
Just all of it.
I have different opinions of
all
different
of it.
cancers.
All
I
of it.
tend to side on the bad side, you know.
Okay. So
As a
we're-
general rule, I guess bad. I
Okay.
guess.
And we're all here like, oh wow, wouldn't it be nice if like there was a way to cure this, but there isn't because it's like really hard to cure. Okay. So then the conspiracy is that the medical industry has already found a cure a long time ago, and they're hiding it, and they're not sharing it with us.
Why?
You looked at me so expectantly after you said that.
Please provide content.
Wait, so I've heard about this. It's because they make money off of all the medication. Am I right?
Yeah, they make money off of all the medication. The doctors don't want to be put out of a job because if all their cancer patients suddenly don't have cancer anymore, they're like, what are we gonna do? It's a common problem.
Doctor something else.
There's actually a zany little comic strip that was on the previous article. It's like, hey, I found the cure to cancer, and the other doctor's like, oh, that's too bad. He says like, no, I didn't say I have cancer. He says I have the cure to cancer, and the other doctor says, yeah, no, we both don't have a job, and then the other doctor slinks away, and he's like, maybe I don't have a cure for cancer. And then they're just rolling in dough.
So what if one of the doctors that was hiding this got
They
cancer?
say they use the cure on like family members and people who are
Oh.
close, and that's well.
Damn, I
hidden.
got to get into the medical industry just in case I got
Just
cancer.
as a fail-safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you guys think of this conspiracy? I'm fully on board.
This one's probably the one I would believe the most out of all your conspiracies.
That's true. I'd actually.
Well, that's because all my other ones are just legitimately.
Well, this one actually.
Just like random, like
This is one of the first ones that actually has a motive behind it that would actually make sense.
yeah.
So I'm kind of scared that this one actually might be true.
I don't know that one where
Where the world order was underneath the Denver airport.
no
Where-
the
where
one where that
Finland didn't exist.
no that was
They need that fishing.
that made
The Earth is
sense
flat.
too. I'm talking about that one with all the plastic coffins built so they can so they're gonna kill everybody or something.
There we go. That one was zany too. And then there was also the one where the dinosaurs built the pyramids. Woo! Trip down memory lane.
So what else is going on in this conspiracy? You got any?
No, I summarized it pretty well.
Was there any specific evidence, or is it just believed because it would make sense? Because I mean it does make sense, and that's I think like it makes.
I think
enough
it's
sense
just
that
people being
it's-
skeptical.
It's enough to believe it. Honestly, it makes that much.
You know
sense.
what? You know what I think we should do? We should find one of the top medical facilities in America
And steal from it.
because I'm assuming it was invented in America. You know, because all that money. We should break in, steal it, give it to the people, be like Robin Hood, and become heroes.
And millionaires, because we'd actually sell it to the people.
We'd become heroes and millionaires. It would be awesome.
That sounds like a great idea. What also sounds like a great idea is going on to Mind Thought, hosted by Scott this week.
Yeah, it is. Welcome to Mind Thought. This Mind Thought is going to attempt to extract the thoughts from your mind. I'm going to try and attempt to extract your opinion on animals. I want to get your guys' top 3 animals.
Emu. Okay, wait. What's each say our number 3? Like go around each say our number 3, then go around each say our number 2, and then go around each say our number 1.
Sounds like a wonderful plan, Donnie. I'm going to start it off. I'm going number 3, raccoons.
Number 3, ostrich. Easily ostrich.
How about a hermit crab?
I'd just go with a stork.
A stork.
Okay,
That's
why
nice.
a stork?
Because they bring babies.
Why a hermit crab?
Because they're hermits.
Kind of like you.
I picked an ostrich just because they're like, it's such a rad animal, just runs around and
Such a rat.
you could ride it. It'd be so cool.
Run around
It's
with
so
sunglasses
fast.
on.
That's the fastest bird in the world that runs. Fastest running. Other birds can fly faster.
Penguin.
What about an aggressive chicken?
I personally went with the raccoon because I like how they're sneaky and smart, and they're kind of adorable.
There's only like
size as well.
fat raccoons near my house. It's just like a fat raccoon.
That's because
inside my
raccoons.
door.
That's
'Cause
because
it eats my cat's
The way you
food.
said that, there's some fat raccoons. It's like what you
that's
said.
because raccoons are smart and they get to your food. So I'm going number 2, black bears, not just bears in general. Black bears, because I like black bears.
I'd go sloth. Number 2.
I'll give it a meerkat.
Ooh, that's actually my number 1, Julius.
Scott, what did I say the other day in math? What was one of my favorite animals?
I don't know, Julius or Donnie. I'm not you.
lemurs. There we go.
Oh, lemurs
Number
are
2,
nice.
lemur.
King Julian, from Penguins of Madagascar.
Wait, did you just call it penguins of Madagascar?
Is it the penguins?
It's just
Well, he's
Madagascar.
also in Penguins of
It's just
Madagascar.
Okay. Okay.
dude.
Yeah, but originally Madagascar.
Okay,
OG.
He's got a bigger role in the Penguins of Madagascar.
Okay, I just like bears, but I'm going number 1, meerkats, because they're like, they got each other's back. They watch out for each other, and they dig holes, and I just love meerkats.
Number 2 was a sloth for me because they're just like they look so pleasant, and
We're
then
on number
they
1.
slim. I know I'm
Oh,
going to 1, and they swim very well, which I think is amazingly impressive. Even though they move super slow, they swim super well. Number 1's a koala bear. That's always been my favorite animal since I was a kid.
Oh, those are adorable.
Because they're cute. Yeah.
And they eat leaves.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Eucalyptus.
Apparently in person they're vicious though. They're like very aggressive, but
You can punch them out of the
looking
trees
at
if you want.
pictures they're cute.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a moth because you can use their eyeballs for your phone screens.
They're so versatile.
Well, they can look into the sun.
Reduce the glare by 10%, 10 times. Like,
Moths can even fly.
yeah, but
Holy
they
heck.
Number 1's, I'd have to say wolves, just because I've had a close encounter with wolves. I worked at a golf course over the summer, and there was a wolf just on the green of one of the holes, and my manager was like, "Hey, go chase the wolf off the green." So I drove up to it in a golf course, and the people are just waiting at the tee for this wolf to leave, and I had to figure out how to chase it away. So I just drove at it with a golf course, and it's like, "What do you do?" And then I kind of yelled at it, and then it ran away.
Whole conversation. You can't be doing this here. You gotta move along.
I guess he just saw my raw talent for chasing away wild animals.
I got bills to pay, I got to do my job here.
Yeah, I really got to bank that minimum wage.
Okay, before we wrap this up, guys, I want to get your least favorite animal,
Ooh, that's a tough one.
which I can't even
Babies.
think of mine. I'm not sure. Maybe
Oh.
humans.
For an animal, I'm afraid of snakes very much. So mine, I guess, would be snakes.
It's a matter
But
of,
I like snakes too at the same time. Not in person. Not in person, but they do like in pictures. That
Like, can I name a couple, like a series, and just group them together?
Yeah, sure.
It's called
Okay.
a species.
It's not really a species because they're not the same type. But I'm just gonna group them together anyway. Mosquitoes, bees, wasps.
Yeah, I was gonna say wasps.
I personally
those.
hate mosquitoes and wasps, but bees to me, you know, they keep the flowers growing. So
But they're like,
the
there's-
plight of the bumblebee.
But like I hate it because when I'm trying to like drink my nice cold glass of milk, on a sunny day, I gotta like be careful with.
This is a very specific situation.
I can relate.
You don't
to
know what
that.
I've been
just
through.
drink your milk inside, Julius. Personally, I'm also gonna not name a specific one. I just hate ugly fish. I just find
Come on, they can't control how they look.
some fish are just so ugly, and it's like,
Beauty is
why?
on the inside, Scott. You of all people should know.
Have you seen the inside of a fish, Julius? It's not pretty either.
Actually, it's pretty nice.
delicious.
It's actually pretty nice. I like the way they look.
Fillet it nicely.
Well, I
put
like
some
a good,
garnish on
I like a good salmon, but salmon are handsome. I just hate ugly fish.
Okay, not all salmon are handsome. That is not true. Some of them are quite hideous.
Some of them are handsome though. Brennan, did you give us your least favorite animal?
Yeah, snakes.
Oh yeah, snakes are bad.
Some snakes are so ugly too. They're
No
just
one said spiders. I'm surprised.
I don't mind spiders.
I
not
think that's more of a
really. You guys are considering like
Bee-
insects and bugs.
I'm
too.
going on a limb here. I'm not being sexist. I'm saying spiders are mostly feared by genders that are not us.
What are you?
Females.
I don't identify Donald, so I don't know what you mean.
So on that, we're gonna end the podcast, which is always a wonderful time. I've never ended the podcast before, but good night.
Move out of the way. Let me
Brennan.
take over.
Brendan is usually our ender, but have a good night, fellas. I love you.
That was compassionate. I love you too. Good.
Thank you. Like and subscribe and follow us, and hopefully our SoundCloud.
More great content. Visit BDSM.
Listen to Kyle's podcast if you want.
No, just like his podcast.
Just
Comment.
Google BDSM and you'll find us.
Yeah, we're done. Okay, good night.
Entertain me.
Oh, good memes. Why would I make a Google Doc? What's the purpose? What is the benefit?
Stop talking.
What's the benefit of the Google Doc?
Oh, I actually liked it.
Shut the. What's with the clap? Is that?
That's to let us know we're starting.
Hi and welcome to our podcast.
I seriously don't get the clapping thing.
It's gonna be so
It's okay. Okay. Don't get away from me.